do this. smmidi, take it away.
Hello, I'm smmidi. I speedrun normal games most of the time, but today is an exception. We are doing We Play. This is going to be gold medals, so it's fairly completionist. We're going to be playing all 9 games, and we'll be starting on billiards because it is the most reset heavy in normal runs. We're not going to start here. We're going to start on a start over, just to save 1 to 2 seconds. So if one of the commentators, Theon or Maya, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself before an introduction.
Hi. My name is Theon C. I am a runner of this game, unfortunately. I hold several world records in this game, such as the New Game Plus world record and the bronze medals world record, and I think that qualifies me to commentate today. So.
I'm Resonation. I've run like 3 categories in this game, but I'm pretty good at it. I think I'm good enough for commentary. I know a lot about the game, so yeah.
Yeah, you've run Wii Series games before, so I don't know. Theon, do you want to give a countdown from 3?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so timing will start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so this is billiards, and as Midi mentioned, it will take a lot of luck in order to get past this game, hence why we do it first. The first shot is the most random out of every single shot in this game. Frankly, the first shot is the most random element in the entire game, period.
Sweet.
Maya, do you want to take it away?
In billiards, of course, we have to reset a lot. As for a gold medal, you need 51 points. And so I think that's about 10 turns without any fouls. And so realistically, you want to be hitting at least 2 into the hole within the first shot.
Oh no.
Else you will probably have to reset. That's why, billiards is the biggest run killer, which is why we play it first.
It's kind of like watching actual PB attempts, even in a marathon, because we kind of need it to get past this game, because we need to do it in 10 combined shots or fouls or less. So it's fairly difficult, and I missed. Although we weren't on great pace on that one anyway.
Yeah, for the purposes of this marathon, we're not gonna be resetting the timer. Obviously, while we reset the game for the break, the first shot. But in PB attempts, this is normally what it would look like, just resetting on the first shot over and over again, hoping to get a good first shot and subsequent shots as well. So 3 break is usually the baseline on what you would be looking for, because that sets you up well to get a lot of points, and the fewer shots you do it in, the faster you'll be. And in billiards, the balls need to roll after a shot, and the longer they roll, the more time you waste as well. So you have to keep an eye out for that.
Mm-hmm.
So Midi's on a pretty good billiards attempt right now. He's gonna go for a YOLO shot, and it paid off.
That was actually very lucky. I only went for it because it was really dodgy to like aim anything in there, and we got 2 in 1 shot. That's pretty rare.
Yeah. One of the most common billiard strategies. Well, I don't know if we can really call it a strategy, because, but if you see more than 1 ball you can hit at once, not even just like a proper alignment of a shot, you just go for it, because chances are you'll probably hit it into one of the 6 pockets.
So you might be wondering why we're getting a platinum medal in a gold medals run. So in this and charge, it's very possible that we're going to get a higher tier medal, which is perfectly valid in a run. So that's fine. After all that suffering, we got a platinum medal.
Yeah, platinum is actually a really good score to get in a marathon, because that means Midi did it really quickly. And now we're on tanks.
So tanks. Oh, you go for it. You go for it.
Okay, so tanks, there are different grades of tanks. So you just saw on the first level there was a brown tank. This level there was a gray tank. The difference between the two is brown tanks are stationary and quite inferior to the gray tanks because they can't really calculate their shot trajectories. And gray tanks, they can move around, and they also can't really calculate shot trajectories that well. And as we go up the tank grades, you'll start to see the tanks become more intelligent, and as a result, the levels will become harder.
Mm-hmm. So there are 9 different colors of tanks, however we will only encounter 8 in this run, as we only play the first 20 levels as the game immediately stops to give us the gold medal, whereas in a platinum run you would have to play further and unlock the black tanks, which can move a bit faster and shoot the very strong fire bullets as you just saw from the teal tanks here. But we will not be encountering those today. We will be seeing grey, brown, teal, yellow, red, light green, purple, and white.
Well, we'll explain what the different colored tanks do as you see them.
Yeah.
So this, the next one is when you first see yellow tanks, right? Mission 8.
Yeah, Mission 8.
I think, yeah. Mission 8's yellow and grey tanks only.
Yeah.
But that was
So,
very
yeah,
close to that one, but we do survive that as long as we were running.
So yeah, yellow tanks, they're quite sporadic in their movement and their shots. They lay mines everywhere, which is really quite annoying because the radius, if you go within a certain radius of a mine, they'll automatically explode, and it is akin to a jump scare. So you have to really be prepared and aware of your surroundings in Mission 8 and any level with a yellow tank.
That was a really good Mission 8, actually.
Yeah, it was.
I tried to shoot last second, didn't get it. It's fine.
It's one death, but that's fine. So as long as Midi's death counter, as long as Midi has more than 1 life, he should be fine going on. If you're down to 0 lives, the run's just dead. That's it. Game over.
Yeah, the good thing is our estimate does accommodate us losing tanks, even late stages. So we should be okay. But taking a little while on billiards has diminished that a little bit, but we should be okay.
You took shorter on billiards in right now than you did in the practice runs, which is actually really, really good. So
I'm surprised because I was stressing.
Yeah. Anyway, so Maya mentioned that we get booted right out of the game after mission 20, and the death counter. So when you die in tanks, in the other categories, normally you would actually want to die because after you pass through a certain mission, you don't really have any incentive to keep going because you've reached that threshold. But for gold, they don't care how many lives you have left. They'll just boot you out. So every single death is actually a time loss. Much more of a time loss than it would be normally in any other medal category because of that reason. So yeah, lots of nuance to this run. Gold is actually the category where you get booted out the most, because in table tennis you also get booted out after 100 rallies, and here you get booted out after 20 missions.
That is not my setup to kill the green tank there, by the way. That is why I was very surprised. Normally I sit about here and I sort of ricochet a bullet. That didn't really need to happen because it just worked. So we're fine.
I just we've been neglecting explaining the different tanks as they came along. So you
should probably catch up on that. So we have Yes, we have red tanks, which are pretty much the same as yellow tanks, except they can shoot more, and they're a bit more intelligent, I think a bit faster as well. And we also had the light green tank in the last level, which is quite similar. It's a combination pretty much between the teal and the grey tanks. They can't move, but they're very intelligent. They have the fire bullets, and they tend to calculate their shots as they have 2 rebounds. So their shot may not hit you directly when you see it coming towards you, but it'll bounce off a couple of walls and you'll be dead. So you gotta watch out for them, because they're very intelligent.
Yeah. Light green tanks are definitely the most intimidating tanks, at least until you
Absolutely.
get to mission 50, which is when the black tanks get introduced.
Yeah.
So this is probably one of the biggest differences between 4 to 3 and 16 to 9 is this mission. So yeah, 4 to 3, it affects most of the games and makes a few of them harder, but for this, it shrinks the screen and the amount of space in the battlefield, basically. So there is, oh my goodness, that was bad. There's a lot less to travel, so it makes tanks quicker, essentially.
Yeah, it's funny because the screen squishes, but it doesn't seem like the WePlay developers compensated for the tank speed, so that's exactly why it appears that 4 to 3 aspect ratio instead of 16 to 9 is a lot faster. Like, you could actually save minutes on travel time in like tanks just from switching your aspect ratio, which is kind of insane. Yeah. So
we have
here we have purple tanks. Purple tanks, they're just a lot more intelligent than red tanks.
And a
maybe
bit
not that one
faster.
specifically.
Maybe not this time. That's really unusual for them to just all die that
They
quickly.
they can also lay mines, which makes them unique from red tanks, and they're a little bit faster.
The dreaded level 17.
Very scary.
Yeah, when you're playing casually and you don't have save states, this is awful. Because you just got to go back to square one as soon as you fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there are two missions that just invigorate the essence of fear and dread when you face them casually. Those are mission 12 and mission 17 because of the light green tanks.
Yeah. They're the most intimidating tanks, so we'll give you 6 of them.
Yeah. I don't
And in
think as a kid...
1P2C, they're even worse.
Yeah, they would be.
basically co-op, but...
yeah,
because
if-
the layout of the tanks. Oh, that was scary.
Ooh, that was good. That was
the layout of the tanks means you're facing a one-on-one duel. Both tanks are facing both players right at the start, so it's really bad, really annoying to deal with.
And about another thing with 1P2C is if you die, you just gotta go right back to square one. There is no life system. It's just if you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah. We'll get to 1P2C when we get to it. If we get to it, if we have time.
do.
But like, you don't get lives in 1P2C. You get 2 controllers. So there's a red tank and a blue tank. If both player controlled tanks die in the same level, then the run ends right there.
Yeah. Which is quite unfortunate because you could have world record pace into 20, but if both tanks die, it's all over.
Yeah. Yeah, we were nearly done mission 18, but unfortunately the purple tank's intelligence got the trajectory of the bullet just right. So
Yeah, it's unfortunate. There we go. It's only
And
2
what?
missions to go. We've got mission 19, which is just a bunch of purple tanks. And we'll have one last tank to explain while it's on the screen for about 2 seconds.
yeah. This mission may seem scary, but the level design makes it so that you have limited space to move around, but that means so do the purple tanks, and you can use that to your advantage. Like, sometimes they lay mines, like you see, and they restrict themselves to a certain corridor, and that really traps them in, and you can abuse that fact in order to get some quick kills.
I'm playing so safe because I know I'm on 2 lives. This is so much scarier on 2.
Yeah. Still a pretty good tanks. I don't think I've ever got past like round 17. So you're not doing terrible.
Yep. 17 is the most scary.
Nice.
Oh, we should mention
Absolutely.
From missions 1 to 20, the level design is and like the level layout is actually the same every single time. But past mission 20, there's a certain amount of RNG as to what level design and what colored tanks you get in each mission. There are some fixed levels, such as like mission 50 and mission 100. But yeah, this is tanks.
That was the scariest tanks I've played in months. Honestly, I kept dying on the most strange levels.
So we had white tanks at the very end, which are invisible, but yeah, they're kind of gone now.
Yeah,
So
they turn invisible. They turn invisible, so you have to keep an eye on the tracks in order to, see where they are, and yeah, find me.
Yeah, we have the best game in tanks according to me, and probably only me. So for a gold medal, we have to complete 60 levels, so it's potentially one of the longest categories in the game for gold medal runs, just because it takes a while. It's pretty much just Where's Waldo, but we're in We Play.
Where's Waldo, but we have these that have like burger faces and question mark faces, because that makes it easier to see. Before I had these Miis, I could only get like 50 levels, and now it makes it so much easier. That and a strat that will probably be explained later on. Yeah,
we'll explain the other strat when it's in use. Yeah, so you'll find with a lot of top runners for We Play is for Find Me, they have a lot of silly looking Miis. Some people tend to have a lot of Miis with different colored hats. Because they like stand out from the crowd. That's all I could really say. It's just easier to spot them if you can see two people with a pink hat and no one else with a pink hat.
It just makes the Miis more distinct, and that's what you really want. Because in a game like Where's Waldo, you want to be able to distinguish between every single Mii. So yeah.
This is the last game as well that can kill the run. As long as I get through this, or I get stuck on fishing for like 10 minutes, which is also technically possible, then we should be fine. But I won't guarantee that, but we should be fine.
Yeah. Good thing for this game about having two people commentating it is that if Midi ever gets stuck,
that was right, Midi. That was right.
Oh, it was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good timing, Maya, for explaining.
Yeah. I'm typically quite good at it, but so's Midi, so yeah, we're fine.
Yeah. Between the three of us, I think we make a pretty good Find Me team.
Yeah, Theo's really good. She's got some top times. And the world records for actual Find Me ILs do have, like, multiple people in the same room, because it's really hard to ban something like that from the leaderboard. So they just allow it.
The mustache.
It's the guy with the mustache, yeah.
Yeah, so
is it supposed to be like a house or something?
That's Pac. It's Pac-Man.
Oh, it's Pac-Man.
How
is it Pac-Man?
It's supposed to be Pac-Man. I picked it wrong. Damn it. Fine.
Whoops.
Yeah, there's nothing against the rules about people helping the streamer or the runner playing Find Me. So if anyone in the chat wants to help Midi search for the Miis, then you're more than welcome to.
It's the most chat interaction you're ever gonna get in a Wii game.
But yeah, we haven't mentioned much about the level design of Find Me. So some levels have cycles, where you like the find the fastest Miis. Those are typically cycle levels, and even the levels where Miis are moving in general. Like there's one coming up where it's like a really expansive, wide open space, and there's a lot of Miis. This one, this is a run killer sometimes because of how many Miis there are and like the amount of cycles. So
and now I'm starting to use the strat.
We have a hitbox strategy. So when a lot of the Miis are close together, or like when the screen's quite zoomed out, if you're hovering over a group of Miis and one of them is the correct Mii, that Mii will show up on the screen over the other ones, and this works 100% of the time when it's within a tight gap. Yeah, it's very helpful towards later. If you're running Find Me all levels, you'll find at the very end of the game it is very helpful. I think
for sure.
Might be wrong. I might be wrong about this one, but I think it works better on 4x3.
I'm not actually too sure about the the logistics
The white
of
hat.
hitbox strat. Yeah, on the different aspect ratios.
But
All I
yeah.
know is that you need to be observant enough to distinguish between normal hitbox and slightly expanded hitbox.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're in level 30. We're halfway there. We're gonna be here a while because Find Me is kind of long. So yeah, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the Where's Waddle.
Well, if you think this is long, there are longer categories where you do all 4 medals in a row. So we do 20 levels, 40 levels, 60 levels, and 80 levels.
I think
Yeah.
all achievements, the real big one though.
Yeah.
All achievements for Find Me, you do 20, then 40, then 60, then 99.
Yeah. The
Totaling
last ones
to
are actually kind of easy.
219.
The last ones for gold medal and the last ones for platinum medal in the dark, they're kind of the hardest ones.
Yeah. Alright.
So here,
That
good,
person looks identical to my grand's me when she made it. So I'm gonna remember that. There's definitely a
here's always
step
going
for
to
this one.
step left first.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a change of pace between the searching for the identical Miis. So yeah,
Top. Yeah, there they are. There's the
it's a
favorite.
shame that they didn't expand upon that walking idea in the future, because that's the only time where you get to see.
Yeah, only
a
2
different-
levels in the whole run.
Yeah,
It's an odd level.
really.
Can
is.
imagine it with like 200 Miis just walking down the screen.
Oh goodness.
That would be terrible. Where's good old guest C? There he is.
So it might be worth explaining as well. We use guest C instead of my actual me because it has no medals, but it also has all the games unlocked because I've played all of them previously on my own me. So we're able to do a run here pretty much with no medals, which is what we need to do a valid run.
Yeah, it's like a save file thing.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, you have 6 chances on a medal run before you have to like restart the game, because there are six guest Miis. So gotta make the most of the billiards resets.
This is a tough one. I think it's, yeah, ponytail.
I'm trying to... Oh, I knew they were in the bottom left, but I think they went... Hold
That's
on.
not the same ponytail.
There's 3 ponytails.
There we go. Okay,
There we go.
fine.
There we go. Alright, we're fine. We're fine.
I kept on trying to press the me when they went off screen. It takes ages for them to come back on.
Yeah.
So...
So a good thing about We Play is that you'll see the timer at the bottom. It caps at 120 seconds, and this is good because had it not had a cap, at the very end, after beating the 60th level, we could have to be here for minutes waiting for our 5-minute collected time to go down. So we're quite fortunate that it has a cap.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing about that is the sooner you reach the cap, the better the pace you know you're on. So typically, I'll just use the bronze medal as a guideline, because typically you reach the cap before then. Typical level, like time cap, the level you reach it on is around level 15-ish, I would say. So yeah, the best like bronze medal IL runs, they reach the level cap at around level 12, level 13. So that's like a massive difference in pace. Yeah. Just an interesting little tidbit there about the world record compared to an average. So yeah, we're nearing the level 60, which is the goal of this category. And we're gonna be going up on this gauntlet of pitch black levels. So we've encountered a few of those already. So, but these ones in particular are actually quite a lot more difficult because of how many Miis there are to scour through.
So this is
So,
normally
yeah.
when hitbox strategy can be quite helpful, when there's a lot of Miis.
Yep, exactly.
And also, having Miis like the burger, as mentioned very early in this run, is an incredibly helpful strategy. Bottom left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All
Here
right.
we go. These are the 3 levels.
Yep. The Trio of Darkness.
Here we go. I think, yeah, it's that person you were on there, the
Yeah.
grey person with red lips. Yeah, that one there. And there's one bottom middle. Yeah,
Ooh,
right there.
Yeah.
Bottom middle.
Bottom right.
Bit
Bottom
more
right.
to the right. Oh,
Right.
next to the guy with the pink hat.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there we go.
I just was not saying that me every time. Earth was in the way. Okay.
Okay. Fox Strat is typically most helpful on these elevator levels because of how
it's that
close
guy there.
everything is.
That was lucky.
Yeah.
This run can lose like that level there can lose 20 seconds plus if you just get bad luck. It can kill the run.
Is it hat? Red hat? Red hat?
Yeah, red hat. It's red hat.
Hitbox.
There's one
Bottom,
down
bottom,
there.
yep.
Nice.
Okay,
Yes.
we've done
And
it.
we're
Now
done.
we have to waste the time. So,
I was carried
like
there.
Maya said, yeah, like Maya said, we're lucky that we have a level, a time cap, so we can waste time, like 2 minutes time instead of however many minutes
So
time.
you'll see here that Midi's clicking 4 different Miis instead of the same one after another, and this is because there's a slight delay on choosing the same character again after you've clicked it and it's been shown to be wrong. So we do save a little bit of time by doing that. And there he is, guess C. Yeah, that's the 3rd gold medal down. We have 6 to go.
Yep.
think-
These other 6 should pass by much quicker.
Yeah, we have-
Yeah.
We have auto scrollers and then charge.
Yes. The main thing about We Play is so billiards is really the only category that matters. Sorry, the only mini game that matters in the lower categories, like all games, and just all games. But when you get to the medal categories, then tanks and find me become also really, really important time savers. The rest are kind of just there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously you still want to do well on them. Like they do contribute to your time, but it's a lot more. It's a lot easier to save time in the gauntlets that are tanks, find me, and billiards.
Yeah. So in fishing, to get a gold medal, we need at least 2,300. So we'll be catching a fair bit of fish. Now, what we're gonna probably attempt to do is there are 2 rare fish known as the King of the Pond and the Mystery Fish, which only spawn once per game. And from getting both of them, you should get around 1,400, presuming you get them when they're on bonus.
Oh, my Wii remote.
Well, mystery fish can spawn more than once per game. But
But you can
King of
only
the pond is one.
I think you can only catch them once, but never mind.
No, mystery fish just spawn randomly. It's complete RNG,
Yeah.
so it's up to the game whether or not you get them more than once.
So it's worth pointing out the characteristics of each one as well. So small fry take away points and only take 1 bite. Greens
Yeah,
take
small
2. They're just
Yeah,
plain.
small fries are the ground ones in case it wasn't mentioned.
We don't like them. They bad. King of the Pond. So
This.
by getting this, we should be seeing around 700
no.
points.
Oh, I didn't
Nope.
think that was the fifth.
Very
I thought
nice,
it would
so-
reset the counter.
640.
Okay.
So very nice.
We're nearly
And
there.
I think just one more.
I need
one
one
more.
desperately now.
One more. That's not that one.
There's a
mystery, finally.
And there we go.
it
We're
doesn't
all
matter.
done.
We got
Okay, yeah,
2310. So we'll be getting a gold medal
Yeah,
just
so
in time as well.
We didn't finish explaining the different classifications of fish. So round ones are small fries; they lose 50 points. Green ones are are just plain old fishes. They are the lowest ranked, and then there are the nibblers, the striped ones. They are the middle tier, and then the touchy fishes, the red ones. Those are the highest normal tier.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You also get 2 different sizes for them, for the green, the yellow and blue, and the red one. I've forgotten their names. So obviously, the bigger the fish, the better the points.
Yes.
So yeah. Yeah, we're on table tennis now.
10. Yep.
Which is pretty much an auto-scroller. Just gotta get 100 points.
Yeah,
And
the reason why MIDI is so close to the net is because it decreases the travel time of the ball. And even though that may not be much of a time save on its own, throughout 100 rallies, it really adds up. And yeah, well, the thing is, like, it's also a lot more harder to do, to rally back when you're this close to the net. So soon we'll probably see MIDI release back on the distance a bit, just so there's more time to react.
Yeah,
I'll do it now.
Losing on table tennis is really, really stressful.
Yeah.
Because
when I did silver medal runs, I lost at 69 2 times in a row, and I got very frustrated. Because I was playing them in order, because that's what I was told to do. So going from shooting range to find me to this. So 70 points is what you need for silver. Yeah, I've never really been good at table tennis. It's quite a bad game in my opinion, but yeah, the theoretical best is 999.
Yeah,
where
several people have achieved that, including
as
MIDI.
this man here.
Yeah, I cheated though.
Yeah, pause buffering. So past
we have
200.
pause buffering.
Past
Anyone
200.
That is ridiculous. Like, promise to anyone who can do that.
I don't
save,
think
like, half an hour in an achievements run. It genuinely would.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have noticed that the ball speed just increased periodically throughout the game. So past 200, the ball just goes really, really quickly, and it's really hard to rally back. So you pause buffer.
We have laser hockey now, which is arguably the worst game in the run because you can only lose time. So as you see, every time a goal is scored, a little 3-second, roughly, animation plays with goal coming on the screen and the score going up. Now, we need to score 10 points to win. However, every time the CPU scores, that same animation plays. And we'll just lose a bit of time, and it's not very helpful, to say the least. We'll just lose time, and yeah, we don't want that. So after MIDI scores is 10 points, and just for reference, it doesn't matter if it's 10-9 or 10-0, as long as you have 10 points and you are in the lead, you'll get the medal.
Yeah.
But after all 10 points are scored, we're gonna take the, I don't know what to call it, like the puck, I guess. We'll hold it in the corner with the remote so the red guy cannot score, and we can't waste any more time.
So that's pretty much the literal auto scroller of Wii Play, and we have 10. So we'll just turn around our thing, and then just force it over to the corner.
70 seconds.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
On a high score of 10, that would actually be really, really, really good.
Yeah. On a Platinums run, you need 14. So going into the last 4 with 70 seconds is around about the pace you want.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah,
you go for it.
No, go ahead.
All right. Okay. So, something you'll notice very similar to table tennis is every time a goal is scored, it will become more harder than the last time to score another goal, as it gets a bit faster and a bit more intelligent. That's all I've got.
Yeah, so I was going to mention there's a little Easter egg at the beginning of laser hockey. If you press A and B at the same time when the game is counting down to start the game, you can actually switch these rectangular control things for like circular, like the ones you see in movie theaters. So it's really cool. So yeah,
it's also
we're almost done.
A fair bit harder to use that, though, I'd say.
It basically feels like a random hit each time, but it is a lot more fun.
Yeah, it definitely gives you the full laser hockey experience.
Hmm.
Though honestly, I don't think I've ever even attempted to play a proper game with the circular things.
All right, so this in gold medals is kind of hard to get the early clear of the game, so I'm gonna be quite quiet for this one.
Yeah, so we'll just take over the commentary for this then.
So this
pose
is
me. Yeah.
this is
I'll take it.
arguably the best game because it has stock photos in the background of flowers and birds and other stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's really this was actually one of my favorite games to play casually as a kid because of the stock photos. It was just there was something like serene and just peaceful about popping bubbles with the music as well.
Mhm.
And yeah, the more bubbles you pop, the more that spawn because every time you pop a bubble, the game knows that you can't just have an empty screen, so more bubbles spawn. And each level is on a fixed timer, so you can't really speed up the round. You can only really extend the round time by popping more bubbles, and being like those rainbow bubbles. They stop time, so it gives you a lot of time to react to the craziness
Yeah.
that happens. Like in the early stages, you don't really want to take advantage of those rainbow bubbles, but if you're on a casual playthrough or things are getting kind of out of hand in the speed run, then you can just pop a rainbow bubble and catch up on those. Try not to make any bubble pass through that wavy threshold at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, so another thing you'll notice is every level, once completed, gives you a perfect bonus. Basically just signifying that you complete the level without dropping a bubble, which, good job. But as you'll see, it increases by 5 every round, so once we get to the later levels, we'll really want to make sure we do it perfect, so we can get higher points such as like 45 instead of like the low numbers. And I think the points we need are 800, so we should be achieving that around 9 to around 10, I think.
Yep, that sounds about
Yeah.
right. Yeah, so as the levels go on, as you can see, they get more complicated. You not only do you have to like rotate the Wii remote, have it in different orientations, but you actually have to switch the poses in the middle of the round. Yeah, so things get complicated, and the bubbles do end up falling a lot faster in the later levels as well. So gotta keep an eye on that.
Mhm.
Oh,
Right.
one more thing. The rounds actually do follow the same layout every single time, so you can anticipate the pattern that the bubbles will take, which allows you to get a higher score.
Getting a rainbow bubble there, they stop time. You only really get them when you're playing a little bit slow.
Mhm. It's kind of like a safety buffer if everything's going wrong for you.
Yeah. It's a duck.
Yeah, we like ducks. We get the duck every time we get onto this level, so that's good. It's rewarding, Pose Me. You get this far, you get a duck.
It's tempting for me to play all 16 levels, honestly, just to see all the stock photos.
Yeah. I never got, like, I think we're at the silver medal barrier now with 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, 400. 800
Yeah.
for gold.
And bronze was 150, so typically you end a bronze medal run on level 3.
Yeah, don't get to see the duck.
Unfortunately.
Bad run.
Ruined.
Terrible run. No duck.
That's the bad ending.
Honestly, someone should just do a bronze medal run and then just go to the duck.
Yeah,
That would be really, really swag.
exactly.
Okay, what level
Very
is this?
nice.
Level 7?
Yeah, that's level 7. So,
Yeah.
280 points to go. We have a bee and a flower. Very pretty. So yeah, there's a lot of bubbles on this one. There's always going to be a rainbow bubble when they all spawn, just to give you that extra helping hand.
good that it's
In case
more near
it's
the
all a
top.
bit too much.
This one's a little lower. It's fine.
I will say, MIDI, remember that level 9 is the upside down level.
Yeah, I've got that in my head the whole time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leon.
Alright, good. Yeah.
As mentioned earlier, the runs are pretty much the same every time. I mean, the levels are the same every time. So you can anticipate when you need to be upside down.
There we go.
We have a nice bird.
Yeah, this is the only level that you're always upside down. Upside down does play a factor in future levels, but this one, it really catches you off guard the first time. And
Yeah.
you're really panicking. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely lost a few casual runs here because we forgot, or I forgot that it was gonna be upside down.
Looking pretty good though. We should be good to finish in round 10.
Yes.
45 perfect bonus brings us up to 722. So I think with alas, oh, that's a nice dragonfly. I forgot about the dragonfly. It's very pretty.
Yeah, these stock photos are like top choice. Like,
Yeah.
the developers really went all out.
All out for the stock photos in Pose Me.
Yeah.
That's why Pose Me is better than Pose Me Plus in We Play Motion.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't
Who
get
cares
the
about
stock photos.
this like computer generated just like, you know, one color. Actually,
Yeah,
I've never played We Play Motion, so I shouldn't talk about
you
that.
get a tube.
Leon, no.
You get a tube. I'd say Pose Me Original's better, as someone who's played Pose Me and Pose Me Plus.
Yeah, I can't criticize something I've never played.
It feels
It's just to have tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Play Motion underwhelming. Still sold over 1 million, which is surprising. Yeah, we are finished with Pose Me. With another gold medal under our belt. I think we just have shooting range and charge.
That's right, yeah.
and just them two? Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got shooting range now. Which is honestly probably a lot of people's favorite game from this game, other than tanks. But it is just another auto-scroller.
Yeah, it's
So
basically...
here I use A instead of B. Sorry to any shooter fans out there. I just find
I use
more
A. I use A.
I use A too. Well, I typically use both, because it can be a bit quicker. But yeah.
Yeah, so in shooting range, there are birds that just fly in from time to time. Those give a varying amount of points. I think it's like on average 15
Yeah,
per bird you
I think
hit.
on the very last one, I think some are 20.
Yeah,
think
but you might be able to see on the bottom left above the score counter, there's a streak. There's a hit streak, and basically, if you lose the hit streak, you get a passive score added to your score counter. It's like the hit counter, the hit streak counter -5, because 5 is when the hit streak actually starts to give points. So yeah, right now if MIDI lost his hit streak, it would give 97.
Yeah, so it's very efficient in a run like this. So we're on to the frisbee round now. Now this round, the closer to the screen you hit the frisbee, you will either get 5 points or 3 points by hitting it. And the further away it is, typically the harder it is to hit. And yeah, there we go, plus 107. So yeah. There is another bonus feature like this that can be found in shooting range. No, what's shooting range? I mean the balloon round, where if you hit 2 balloons of the same color in a row, you will get
a bonus point. Yeah.
Bonus, so
It's
one
like,
whole point.
Yes.
It's pretty insane. So yeah.
So MIDI was trying to do fast can strat there. So the thing about fast can is the can that goes from the foreground, it has to go up, and you can actually shoot it before it goes up. So not only will it fall faster, but you've decreased the height that it goes up to, in order to
So yeah,
I'm not really
this
sure
is
how to
the
properly explain it.
final round where you usually try and save your Miis from getting abducted in the UFOs. Obviously, it's a bit quicker to let them die, but we have reached over 450 points.
Yeah, I
Congratulations.
will mention that MIDI, he actually has like he made a spreadsheet with all the scores, and for a
Yeah.
while we play didn't really have accurate medal score thresholds. So with his efforts, he actually experimentally tested every single game and every single medal threshold. So he's done a lot in that regard, and we really appreciate that. And now for charge,
Charge,
which is
Theon, off you
basically
go.
yeah, this is my specialty. So the gold threshold is 300 points, and MIDI performed at the start there a start boost, which if you flick the Wii remote after the countdown ends, you get a little 1 second time saver. It's like a, start boost in Mario Kart, but you flick instead of timing a button press. So in charge, the hitboxes of the scarecrows are actually really, really large, so you can hit them from quite a hilariously large distance away. And there's like drifts you can perform in charge. I can't really explain all of the nuance of charge in this 1 minute run, but I have made a world record progression on this game, and the video
It's a very entertaining watch.
Yeah, it might
say
not
it's
be the best
great.
produced, but if you want to learn more about charge, it's definitely one of the sources you should go to.
So timing ends here, coming up on the banner, not the medal. So the banner in the menu. Is
So
gonna
there'll be a
come up.
message saying congratulations on earning all gold medals. And that's
Yes.
when timing will end.
And
time.
Congratulations.
5 on my count.
Congrats, MIDI.
I'm really happy with that.
GGs.
Billions took
That
almost
was a
3
very good
minutes.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
45
probably like
06.
yeah, that's really solid.
And that's including billiard resets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I took away the billiards resets, because that would be counted in an actual run, you would take them away. That's more like a 42 or a 43, which, I mean, I've only ever had one sub 40. So
Yeah.
I'm super happy with that. That all went perfectly.
This is like a really solid run. MIDI actually has like a 3-minute lead ahead of second in this category. So this is like second or third place.
So
Yeah,
we did finish
put
on the
you in
rest of it there.
second.
I don't know if we want to have the second category to showcase.
We are massively ahead of schedule, so absolutely go for it.
Okay, nice. No guarantees I finish this. There is one time I've done a completed run of this. As Maya mentioned, if I die with both players, it's over. So it's basically like a one and done type of thing, but I will give it a go. I've been practicing it, but my best is about 15 recently out of the 20.
Alright, I'm gonna
So definitely a
head out
hard
now.
category.
I'm gonna head out now. But GG's, I will see you guys around.
See you, man.
Good
Thanks,
luck
Maya.
on 1P2C.
So yeah, Maya having to head off, that is totally fine. So to do this 1P2C, I will grab my rubber bands to stick the controllers together. It's a little scuffed, but it's better than using something like Velcro because we kind of want to freely aim the controllers. So I will show off the setup in a moment. Don't go that back. There we go. So I've put the controllers together. It doesn't affect any of the buttons. It's just so I can freely move the cursors like that. And it would be nice if they were working. The cursors. Okay. Let's try. So I will. Theon, could we have another countdown for the run?
Of course. Okay, so countdown on 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So the tank layouts are slightly different here, so much that I can just do one shot at the beginning and I hopefully will get, yeah, there we go, just get the tank straight away. But again, there are only 20 in co-op, but valid runs are for 5 missions and 10 missions, so it is the same as tanks, really. Fairly accessible.
Co-op follows the same layout as single player most of the time. Sometimes you'll have like different starting positions of the tanks, player control tanks, and I think some of the starting positions of the enemy tanks are altered as well because you have to accommodate for that red tank. Yeah, this is different. but yeah, just like tiny little alterations.
So
Between-
close.
Between single player and co-op.
So the weird thing, we might see it here. Yep, they're just not firing. So they are targeting the blue one, and even though they're facing the red one, they're targeting the blue one. That doesn't always happen, but we can just sort of sometimes go for that.
Ooh.
That's fine.
I mean, you got the most scary ones out of the way.
Yeah, that was actually quite nice, considering I had to prioritize surviving.
Yeah, it really sucks when you just have one of the player-controlled tanks left, because then it's really stressful. Ooh.
Realized red
Yeah.
died. Okay.
One more thing about the teal tanks, they usually aim for the spot where you, so like if you keep moving, they're aiming for a certain spot, and if you just keep moving in that direction, typically the missiles won't hit you because they don't calculate, they don't, what's the word I'm looking for? But yeah, they don't anticipate where you're going to be. So as long as you just keep moving, then you won't die to the missile. Or if you like mess up and forget that a missile's heading straight towards you, then you'll die then. This teal tank is very evasive right now.
Yeah, teals are set to defense. Each tank technically has a offense, defense, or passive. Passive is the weird one. Basically, they fire degree level shots, and it's literally just green. I'm fairly sure has that one. But yeah, that's according to the wiki, so it must be true.
Yeah, the We Play wiki is typically a good source of information for this game, because there's like, it was probably made when the when the game was released or something.
Oh, nothing's changed. You know, no patches or anything, so it's all still accurate.
It's more about the mechanics behind each minigame instead of like the speedrun aspect of it, so it should still hold up today. Maybe the metal thresholds are inaccurate, but
Literally, my spreadsheet is the only accurate thing, I think, because we used to have laser hockey. I think the notable one is your bronze world record, or yeah, it's still world record. It has 5 points instead of 3, which
actually
loses
no,
6 seconds.
Yeah, I improved the record you're referring to is my 1940. The record's now 1926, which I did actually do laser hockey properly. But yeah, for the longest time we thought laser hockey score threshold was like 5 points for bronze, 7 for silver, and so on. Turns out it was three goals for laser hockey, so we saved 6 seconds, like Midi mentioned. And it's just funny because like it's a absolutely free time save. You don't have to do anything; you just score less. And as Maya mentioned during the gold medals run, if you score, then the gold cutscene takes like 3 seconds. So yeah. And another thing about that was there was a really big like revelation in the early days of my We Play speedrunning career, where we actually figured out that the tank score thresholds were absolutely wrong. We used to think that you needed 20 tanks, like 20 tanks total, to get bronze, but it turns out that the score thresholds are based upon the level, the mission number, instead of the number of tanks that you destroy. So like the actual bronze total that you need is 11 tanks because it's mission 5.
Yeah. Something worth noting as well, platinum medals. The reason why I didn't run platinum today is because, hold on, I'll explain it after this.
Ooh, that's not a very good death to have.
Yeah, so in table tennis, we'd have to play 2 games, and same with tanks. We'd have to play 20 levels and then 30. I knew there was a mine there. Oh my goodness, I was so sure there was a mine there. So yeah, it makes tanks a lot longer in a run like this. So gold is the nicest one to show off all of the game. Okay, thank you. This is, I mean, if I died here, I'd be super happy with this. This is further than, I would say, 80% of my 2P1C attempt.
Yeah, this level in practice is the one where MIDI definitely had the most run killers. Just because of like the green tanks and the unpredictability of them.
Yeah, so it's a really weird level because they added in an extra green tank here, as if it needed to be any harder. There are 3 green tanks instead of the usual 2. I don't know why, they just are. I don't know where it is though. I think one of the reds has moved it to the corner. So I'm just gonna fire over there. Yeah.
Oh,
It was that. I saw the 2 at the bottom. Yeah. I was so confused, but yeah, that is obviously what happened. Move out of the way for that one.
Ooh.
Oh, they're gonna take a while to come back.
Well, you
I
sniped
fire them into the abyss. It takes ages for a refresh of the bullets.
Yep. I don't think we mentioned this in the past, but you can only have a max of five player bullets on screen at any one point.
Yeah. You do refresh them as soon as it explodes though, so that's why I'm kind of firing into these sort of directions. Okay, that was scary. Purple is not being nice. The rest were nice. You're not being nice. Oh. Oh. Okay, I just was not paying attention to that bullet. Okay.
Yeah, purple ones are like they have a good mix of offense and defense. They're one of the most evasive tanks for sure.
There we go. Okay, is this the hardest one? No, but it is still really difficult. We're coming up on the hardest one in 1P2C. Oh, that's it. Simultaneously died.
Well, that was a good run.
That was really good.
Yeah, further than a lot of practice 1P2C. So
yeah, I practiced this for 2 hours last week, and I only got, I think, 1 run to there, which instantly died on the next one, which is how I mentioned the one-on-one with both at the same time having a one-on-one on the 6 green tank level. So I think that should be it for the run.
Yeah, that was We Play.
Yeah, any shout-outs, Theon, as well?
I'd just like to shout out the Wii Series speedrunning Discord. You can probably find it on the speedrun.com page of any Wii Series game, such as Wii Play, Wii Sports. I'd also like to shout out the mobile speedrunning Discord because that's where I got my start in speedrunning. Yeah, and I mentioned my Wii Play Charge world record progression video earlier, so that's pretty much all my shout-outs that I have.
Yeah, as for me, I stream. Also, Theon is on YouTube as well. The 1C, but replace the E's with 3s.
Yes.
Maya as well, also Resonation, but with numbers instead of the letters where possible. So it's hard to spell the name. Hold on, I have the name. But yeah, as for me, I stream on Twitch. I do runs like this. I do other runs with billiards, clubhouse games, probably notable. I do Mario sometimes as well. And I also do quizzes and stuff sometimes. So yeah, we do a lot. But this has been a massive game for me in the past year, and it's great to show it off for the first time at a marathon. So yeah, let me have Maya's name as well quickly. So R350N4T10N.
Yeah.
So yeah, excellent. Okay, nice. Thank you. And that's it. So thanks for having us.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for having us. Yeah.
That was such an awesome showcase of the mini games. Thank you so much for joining us and showing that off. It's been absolutely fantastic. Don't go anywhere, folks. We, of course, will be going to an intermission. And when we come back, we are going to have a Linkermeister up with an absolute classic rollerblading retro game. Yes, it's it's Hello Kitty Roller Rescue. It's not Jet Set Radio. It's not Jet Set Radio.